Hello everyone, the Assetto Corsa beta is now available on Steam as of the 8th of November. For a short period it will be sold at a slight discount, so if you're interested in the game, make sure you pick it up straight away because Assetto Corsa is something special. And in this video I'm just going to drive the Ferrari 458 around the track that the developer is actually based on, and just to talk about the physics and how this car handles the graphics, the sound, and give a general overview. So first of all, the engine sounds. Some of the cars, the engine sounds are not amazing, but with this Ferrari, it sounds very similar to the real-world car on the inside. The outside sounds are not very good at all, but the sounds from the cockpit, to me, from what I've seen in videos, I've not driven this car in real life, seem to line up really well, and it sounds really satisfying, just the way the engine moves through the RPMs and how it changes through the gears, how the sound changes and develops, and the way the gears pop into place. It's really satisfying. So even if it's not the most realistic sounding of engine, it's functional, very satisfying. But that's just the sound. The graphics are nice. I don't think they're the best graphics. I mean, I'm playing this on the highest possible settings in the game at the moment. The sky looks a bit flat, the clouds are a bit funky, and I think the HDR is a bit off. I think it's the kind of thing that they need to fiddle with and configure a bit more. The shadows are really nice. The actual models, and the car model is incredible. The textures are really nice as well. It just seems, I think it's might just be the nature of it being a beta, just needs a little bit of tweaking and bringing through. That's it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and I don't think you can put it on full graphic settings at this point in time, so we'll have to wait and see as the beta continues and the full game comes out how much it actually changes visually. But what we're all here for, the car handling and the physics. And to be honest, this is probably one of the best simulated cars I've ever had the chance to drive, in terms of just raw enjoyment of the car. You can power out of corners exactly as you would expect, and the car, especially through 7,000 to 8,000 RPM, the way the back steps out and the way you can correct it is awesome. I mean, it's just incomparable to anything else on the market at this point in time. I mean, just look at that. I mean, powering out the corner, and it's so satisfying. You can feel the traction of the tyres through the force feedback, really subtle grip changes. And this is with my 1940s G25 that's had years of hammering. So I can imagine on something like a CSW or high quality force feedback wheels, this game would be even better with the force feedback. But this Ferrari 458, it's unbelievable, and actually surprisingly it lines up really well. If you watch videos, there's a really good onboard video of Massa and Alonso driving, I believe it's the same car, and just the way it handles and the way the car steps out and you can counter steer, or they're counter steering it, and the way it understeers in certain situations and oversteers in others, it all just seems to line up perfectly. And you really have to give this car a go. It's so hard to explain how good it is. The thing is, you just want to play with the car. You don't, because it's so satisfying just to handle the way the car handles. You don't even really want to do fast laps, to be honest. It's I think it'll be really good fun doing fast laps, and I think once you get a hang of the car, once you've played with it quite a bit on the tracks, it'll be satisfying trying to get around the track without sliding at all, and maximising the grip and attacking the corners perfectly. But just out of the box, in terms of how it handles, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's so satisfying coming, especially the last corner on this track, just powering out and sustaining the drift around the corner on the throttle, or you can, I mean, you even choose between how much you're sustaining the drift on the throttle and how much you're balancing the drift with the steering. I mean, I can't think of another simulator that really gets it right to this level. I mean, I think Live for Speed is probably the closest when it just comes to drifting, but the car mechanics combined with the actual force feedback feel and the car and this specific car, it just goes together so well. So other than the physics, which as you can probably tell, I definitely think are some of the best physics, if not the best physics currently available on a PC, on a consumer PC simulator, the Ferrari 458, what else is there to say? Oh, the so let's try and be negative. I'm not sure if this is a characteristic of the car itself, or if it's wrong. It'd be interesting to know with someone that's actually driven this car. But the amount of time it takes to slow down on corners that are on a downward incline, the car just seems to want to keep going. Also, I think it's got a bit of a habit to understeer, but I'm not sure if that's off, or it's just, you know, if you're going into a corner too hot, you're going to understeer. So it'd be interesting to know from someone that's actually driven this car, ideally on the same track, what they think of it. My first impressions of this car, though, would be it does, in my mind's eye, it seems to line up to what I'd expect from this car in real life and from what I've seen of onboard videos. Obviously, I have 4 of these cars in my garage, but I don't like to take them out because I don't want to scratch them. I just use them I just sleep in them. But it'd be really interesting from someone that drives this car regularly, or has had a chance to drive on the track, what they could say, if for them it lines up in overall handling mechanics. I think the basic actual car control mechanics, I don't see how they could be any better in a simulator at this point in time. But I think that's enough as a general overview of the Ferrari 458 in the Assetto Corsa. I'm going to be producing some more AC videos, and I'll stick them on the end of this video when they're done. Thanks for watching. Definitely recommend going out and buying Assetto Corsa right away, especially as it's at a reduced price whilst it's on its early access. I think it's for the next couple of weeks or so. So yeah, thanks for watching, and subscribe and like and all that business if you enjoy my videos.